Good evening, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. How's everybody doing here tonight? Those who follow YouTube, Facebook, my show TikToks under APCS 895. How's everybody doing tonight? There's a late night live here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. I've decided to do it off of YouTube tonight. Let's see who pops in the chat. Uh, had an interesting evening. A lot of things happened this evening, but dealing with just things in general, Uh, a license plate light bulb gave out, got pulled over by the cops, but they gave us a warning, so we fixed the problem with the light bulb, the license plate. So I wasn't able to start my live early, But it's one thing. How you doing, brother Joel Burt? But just that's one thing. When the cops are just doing the job, so we just gotta follow through, right? You got to do the procedures and stuff. So that threw me off my regular routine of when I do my lives. Uh, then I got to work on my other car because something's draining the battery. So I think it's dealing with the switch for the signal light is messed up. So just things in general. It's pretty hot in Texas, so I was gonna do the live over my phone, but I decided to just do it off the computer. I wanted to do a live outside like I used to do, but my wife said that there's a lot of mosquitoes outside, so let me change the lighting on here. See if I can find a good one. See the quality of the stream here on YouTube. Maybe it's because of the lighting, but yeah, it's just kind of different. But I wanted to do this here tonight off of YouTube, just to do one off of YouTube, just to say thank you to YouTube for allowing me to share pictures, my short reels there on YouTube. I appreciate you, even though I go live off of a stream. How you doing, Sister Madeline? Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of mosquitoes. I don't know. They try to sting me. They're going to get messed up because I'm on thinners. So the mosquitoes their blood is going to get thin, and they're going to die if they sting me. Yeah. So tonight I'm just doing a quick live, just to let y'all know that I got an early morning show in the morning. So I gotta do that show in the morning. I think around lunchtime or 10 o'clock, something like that. Uh, it's gonna be a good one. That's all I can tell you. Uh, so how's everybody doing tonight? I hope everybody's doing well. Oh yeah, there's some big mosquitoes in Texas, but the mosquitoes in Alabama are pretty big too. I mean, let me see. Yeah, in Alabama. Is it Alabama? When I was in the military, I think Alabama or Camp Shelby, wherever Camp Shelby is, they had some big mosquitoes out there. I don't know, something weird with a computer right now. Let me see the lighting here. I'm just seeing everything unfolding, for what it is. Y'all know I love to share my pictures and stuff like that. You know, spiritual warfare, and of course, when there's war, The only thing that wins out of war or where there's violence is the unseen forces, because that's what they do. They're out to claim souls. That's all they care about. See how many souls they can claim. And if it has to be war or things of that nature, it's not good. But so long we have Jesus Christ first, right? It's all that matters. The Heavenly Father, you know, He's the one that can make things happen for us. Is is not the power of man, but the power of the Heavenly Father. He's the one that blesses us uh, to be amongst the living. Yes, the Heavenly Father, the power of prayer is very important. Uh, Maintaining a heavily love foundation is important. You got to maintain it daily. Uh, can follow suit of what other people are doing. You're your own person. Be yourself. Don't follow the flock. Don't follow the sheep. Be yourself. Have a relationship with Jesus Christ, and He will guide you. A lot of the things that happen, it happens for a reason. You know, but that's what happens when you're trying to run havoc and chaos over a country, trying to be a bully through violence, taking out people daily. I'm talking about Iran. Uh, they got a taste of their own medicine. They've been doing this for a long time. They were doing this. They've been attacking this other country for a while now. A lot of deceased people. When you think you're bad and you're a bully, well, eventually you're gonna run into somebody else that you're gonna get their attention, and things happen, right? See what we got here, Sister Madeline. Let's see. I haven't looked at the pictures, brother. Like I said, tonight I'm doing the live up on YouTube just to see what happens. I was gonna do it through my cell phone, but I didn't want to be attacked by the mosquitoes. I was gonna go outside and do it, but then other things that are out there. You get the mosquitoes, then you got, of course, the dark shadow figures that roam around, uh, the DDN, the lechuzas and brujas. Last time that I was doing a live, a lechuza was behind the tree, and I know how owls look. This was no owl. It was a lechuza that was taller than Madeline, Sister Madeline, and Sister Madeline. It was like I measured the height. The lechuza that was outside behind my tree was a good 5'6", 5'7", because I measured to where it was standing. So it was pretty tall. But it was a white lechuza. It wasn't a dark one. It was a white lechuza. The dark ones, that's the ones you got to watch out. But to me, a lechuza is a lechuza. Let me read it. The comments here. Moderators, for you got a wrench. If you see anybody coming in here trying to start something, boot them out. Appreciate y'all for those that can boot them out, or else I'll boot them out, because I got the power here to do that. Yeah, I keep on seeing my name being popped up everywhere by this other camp. They're mad about this, they're mad about that, blah blah blah, same old thing. Let me play my little violin for y'all. That's all this people do, is always have to cry about something. Like, can we just do things that we love to do at peace? They got nothing else better to do, just to put my name in their mouth, uh, because they have nothing else better to do. They consider me to be their enemy. If I reside with Jesus Christ, so if you consider me the enemy and I reside with Jesus Christ, who are you affiliated with? right? Who are you affiliated with? If my faith and believe in Jesus Christ and I'm your enemy, who are you affiliated with? Crazy Dana, uh, Roach Queen Michelle, uh, Hungry Hippo. Who are you affiliated? If I'm affiliated with Jesus Christ, that's my Lord and Savior. That's my question to y'all. Because if you look at the works that I do here, the works that I do outweigh any form of negativity. So I'm just saying, I'm responding because I see they all keep on having my name in your mouth. Is if my Lord and Savior is Jesus Christ, and I'm doing the Heavenly Father works, I'm doing His works. Who are you working for? Because all I see is a lot of negative things coming out of y'all. You got nothing else better to do but try to mess with people. This is crazy. But enough about that. That's why I created this tonight. It's about always maintain the love foundation, regardless of what's happening around you. I've given right now it's open to I didn't just leave it for members only. I placed it so if people somebody has something to say, they can say it. I think I've extended a olive branch to him a long time ago. He didn't want to take it. Uh, I tried to extend an olive branch two times. He didn't want to take it because he never apologized to me for what he did with the Damian Peterson account. Him and Crazy Wicked Dana were behind it. I believe there's a comment where they were celebrating, saying that they have fun messing with people with it, being racist and all kinds of things. So these people do have issues, a lot of racism, uh, being prejudiced. But what do you expect from a bunch of hicks from Oklahoma, right? Yeah. No, that's the only thing that's the only thing that's keeping them relevant, right? The chaos. They they want to say something about somebody, then when you respond to them, that's that's they love the chaos because that's the only thing that's keeping them relevant. So basically, what I'm saying is, if people just want to see what they're going to say, and you go and join their chat or whatever whenever they go live because they have something important to say, what y'all actually doing is keeping viewers to them through what, just because of the weedy weedy of he said this, they said this, and y'all are going back and forth. So in actuality, he needs the drama to stay relevant. And when people from PRT go over there and view what they're saying, it's giving them viewers. So that's what's keeping them relevant. That's why they do the drama, the chaos, right? Believe it or not, I mean, if you've seen Jerry Springer and many other shows, Geraldo back in the day, but Jerry Springer is one of them. People would just tune in to see Jerry Springer for the drama, to see what was going to happen, see what kind of show they were going to have. I used to tune into it all the time. I'm just giving an example. And I would tune in every time during lunch when I was in the military. I wouldn't even go home and eat. I'll sit there, take me a sandwich and just sit down and watch Jerry Springer during my lunchtime. Uh, so basically, what I'm saying, they need the drama to stay relevant. And for the people that are tuning in and viewing it and giving them the viewership, because that's what y'all doing, is when you jump over there, you're giving them viewers. So that's why they have viewers, because y'all just going back and forth with the drama. I mean, I don't know If it's a game plan for them, it's a game plan for whoever. But going back and forth that, it's giving them views. So I mean, I'm not going to say that's a dumb move from his part, but he's doing something right to stay relevant, and the drama is the main thing that they're staying relevant for. Yeah, they can show take things out of context. They'll just clip something that you said, but they don't put everything that you say. I know I've said a lot of things in the past, but that's not the only things that I say of what they just clip or whatever. I've said a lot of things, addressing that they leave out. So yeah, they're quickly to take something out of context to benefit them. But I'm just saying personally, uh, the only reason I hadn't done a live on YouTube is because I like it on stream. I get the reason I like it on stream because I'm able to share photos and all kinds of things. And there, I don't know if I have the same capability to do here. I haven't tried it, but it's easy for me to be able to do those kind of things on uh, on YouTube. Here, I don't know. I've never tried it out here, but I mean on Restream, I'm able to do those things. So I believe that's what they do. It they stay relevant, even if they look stupid or they're jackasses, whatever the case. Uh, they're doing something to stay relevant, right? If you really think about it, y'all feeding them, y'all feeding them. So that's why they keep on doing the same things that you're doing. You create the memes, you create the memes, it brings attention to them. People go over there to see what they're doing. So they just going back and forth that way. And then they say things, and it goes back to y'all, and it's going back and forth. Y'all getting views, they're getting views, and kind of like a, not to say it's a partnership or anything like that, but it seems like that in a sense of a way, right? Because you're just going back and forth, and for those that like the drama, they attend and they go check it out. Oh, he's going to say something about him. He's been saying something that he's got proof of this and that for how long now? And he got no proof. But people go there just to tune in to see what he's going to say. Whether it's about the barbecue sauce or it's about the ducks that he's selling for 50 bucks a pop. Crazy, right? So I'm calling out the roaches here tonight on YouTube. See if they surface up out of the waters. I seen that y'all targeted me there for a while, but it's the back and forth thing that puts a big question mark on me. Me, I'm a bystander and I've been innocent since day one. Uh, Positive spiritual encrypted encounters. I was just doing my works. I'm the one that got targeted. People came at me from different directions, different affiliations. I mean, I see people come and go out of my life. One of them that was affiliated with them is not here anymore. You know, and I said his name last time, which he was a big instigator. Which was they were from Texas. I remember when he was saying all these things, instigating, trying to get me and brother Josh Turner to fight. A lot. Then I seen that he was the only one left from my friends, and I was like, ain't it weird that of all the people that were my friends and I hear no more, and the only one that's left is you? Don't you see? I told him, don't you see something weird about that? He's like, what do you mean? And I told him, well, I've been on to you all along. So I've been knowing the games that you've been playing, going back and forth. I know it was you. And I said, by the way, I can't be your friend anymore because it's been you all along. And he was like, oh man, you got me. And he was laughing. Well, he's not laughing no more. No, he's not here no more. Uh, it's part of spiritual warfare, brothers and sisters. You don't. I've been doing the good works for a very long time, and there's been people trying to prevent me, uh, stop me, trying to stop me from doing the good works. Whether it's people from the cryptic community, paranormal community, cults, the cucaracha cult, Bruja cult, Crazy Dana, Wicked Dana. Uh, they've been trying, but I'm still here. I'm going strong, and I'm going live right now in their time frame. I'm gonna try to do like 2 hours or 3 hours here tonight off on YouTube. So they've been doing this for a while. You know, I got targeted. I got invited to their group. Stephen Michael invited me there to his group of abnormal investigations. Me as a good guy that I am, I said I have been getting invited by a lot of groups to join, so I kept joining them. But I noticed some things that some of these groups that I was that I was joined, every time I placed something out there, they was reporting my content. So I let go like of a lot of groups that I was in. The only groups that I remained in was the people that allow me to share my content, right? And those are the ones that I'm affiliated with right now. But when he allowed me to join in his group, he told me I had posted a picture with different filters, right? So people could see what's in. I figured if I could see it spiritually, then people is going to be able to see spiritually what's in the picture. He told me that that's not the way they do it in his group. It said you can only place one picture and you have to circle a red circle around wherever you're seeing something. So, like that, the members of abnormal investigations can see what's in the picture. So I said, okay, I'll do that. You know, so he's was supposed to be the person in charge of, right, the admin, the person in charge of that group. So I started doing that, and right off the bat, I started getting targeted by some of his members. You know, not knowing that it wasn't his the people that were attacking me. Yeah, it was some of his members, but it was same with his fake accounts, right? And I kept on putting pictures there, and they kept on targeting me. You know, I kept on blocking people and all this stuff, not knowing that he was the enemy, that he was there setting me up for failure. That's when the thing came up with uh, when David Peterson started making fun of me, started making fun of Sister Bettina Moss. Uh, I think he got mad because he wasn't invited to the paranormal roundtable conference, honestly. But there was other people already there infiltrating. We had Jessica Hipple infiltrating. We had Dirty Larry infiltrating. We had Fat Covington infiltrating. We had David from Texas infiltrating, and others that were there infiltrating because they were trying to bring down Brother Josh Turner, right? I'm the type of person that me and Brother Josh Turner talk, in spite that they tried to divide us to be enemies, and we squashed it. And I told him, said, look, so I'm a kind of person that, if we squash it, we squash, that's it. There's no beef between us. And there ain't no beef between us, and which there really never was. It just people were instigating. Chris Cuffington with his Titan fake profile name on YouTube was always instigating, trying to get us to fight. They're from Texas, trying to get us to fight, and many others that were involved in that. But what messed up Dumb Mike, I'm going to say a dummy. I'm going to call him uh, the book for dummies, for Facebook. What messed up him that gave out his position away was that I was talking to Damon Peterson and we're going back and forth arguing, right? And I was telling him, why are you making fun of me? And we're going back and forth. But then Stephen Michael McGee forgot to, how should I say, log out of his regular Facebook. So next thing you know, it's not Damon Peterson I'm arguing with him, is Stephen Michael. So that's how he gave out his position away, that he was Damon Peterson. And yes, I was the one. If you really think about it and look, I was the one that gave his position away, that he was Damon Peterson. And after that, people start seeing all these other profiles pointing into him because of the things that he was saying that would be him, right? Why he chose to target me, I really don't know. I didn't know who the hell it was that invited me to this group. But after that, I left the group. I was there only for a couple of months, and all they would do is make fun of me. Now, Dirty Michael McGee, or Dirty Michael, Chicken Cleghorn, John Smith, all these fake profiles that you have, trolling profiles. What was the purpose of you targeting me? For who and why would be the question. I mean, what is it that you hate about me that you targeted me? Is it because I always talk about Always Maternal Love Foundation? Is it because I always talk about place Jesus Christ first? He's always with us, going to prayer. I believe that's what was the main reason you targeted me. And of course, the racist out of you decided to target Sister Bettina Moss with all the things you were saying about watermelon and all this, in which that's what you're all about, right? Want to be making fun of people, targeting people because of their race, targeting people because of, when you talk about body shaming, I mean, you shouldn't be saying too many things about body shaming because your condition is not too well, man. It looks like you're bent out of shape. So you should have no room, or your co-host, Hungry Hippo, should have no room body shaming anybody. And of course, ugly, wicked Dana Ortega shouldn't be saying nothing. She's way, way over the hill. She's already over Cougar Hill. So you try to target people, right? Target people. But look at y'all. Look yourself in the mirror next time that you target somebody, or you say something bad about somebody. I know you've done it to me, and I think I'm in pretty good shape because I train daily. But not in your case. Every time you speak, you can't even breathe right, man. It's like you have to gasp for air when you speak. Yeah, it was you. I remember what you did, what you were trying to do along, and you never apologized for what you did. Just like you haven't apologized to many other people that you've done wrong uh, in their lives. You haven't apologized to you haven't apologized to your son for being a deadbeat dad. You ain't giving him a single penny. Do you remember Stephen Michael or Damien Peterson? But no, Stephen Michael, because I addressed you when I told you to please stop messing with me, but you continued, and you're still messing with me till this day. I told you specifically that be careful of what you're trying to do because normally when people mess with me, things happen. I believe in October, it's right around the corner. It'll be 3 years from the day that I told you to stop messing with me, to leave me alone. 3 years have gone by. In October, it'll be 3 years that your son hasn't been with you, that his mother is doing an awesome job being a father and a mother. And you just want to use them as a pawn. Have him, like, just, have his picture, say that you need donations for this and that. You don't need donations. If something, if people want to donate, it should be to the mother because she's the one that's raising them. So I'm looking at the comments here. And I'm going to continue to talk because I need to speak my piece. You see, my piece was disturbed. For those who know me, I was doing spiritual encrypted encounters. All my works was only on my site called Positive Spiritualist. I got targeted there. You know, this person said he's been targeting me since Positive Spiritualist. That person I know for a fact was affiliated with David from Texas, which is Stephen Michael McGee. He would always say, "You're not going to guess who I am." And there's others that are with you too, but that's okay. I guess you got mad because I brought Jesus Christ into the picture when it comes down to cryptids, paranormal. I brought Jesus Christ into the equation when I talk about Always Maternal Love Foundation. You despise of that because you're not about that. Uh, Look at the works that you do. Look at the people you messed with. You messed with a lot of people. That's all right. Just like you haven't been having your son for going for 3 years. It's going to be a matter of time that you're going to have to face the piper for other things that you've done. I'm just letting you know. You'll see when the time comes. All I'm saying is, I figured you out. All the people that were in your camp, I figured every single person out. Sarn Seas did. And you're mad. You're mad because I figured you out. But yeah, you shouldn't look at the works that you do. You don't got no works, man. I think there's a video you throwing a rock pretending that a Bigfoot is throwing the rock, but you can see it on the video. I think Sister Madeline might have it, where you grab the rock out of your pocket and you throw the rock, and you caught throwing the rock. When the rock bounces, then you say that it's a Bigfoot that's there. That's what you say, that it's a Bigfoot. No, it was you doing that. I think there's another video where you're touching your daughter, tapping her or whatever. I don't know where you're touching her, and she's looking around like something's touching her, and she said, I need to go," and she takes off. And then you do the same thing to your sister. You're pretending like it's something, but you're being caught on camera doing this, that it's you. Then you want to play it off like it's something out of the supernatural realm when it's just you pretending, hoaxing people, right? Hoaxing people. So if people were looking to your footage, I would say don't, because it'll give you views. But people know that you're full of it, man. The one you made where you're talking about there's something behind you. You could tell it's somebody wearing a freaking mask, passing in front of the headlights, and you're pretending that something passed behind you. Hoaxers, y'all full of it, man. The whole camp over there is full of it. Let me read this comments here. It's been more than 3 years this person has been haunting me, and the other person that's affiliated with him is not here anymore. Last time I seen him, we crossed paths and at the Paranormal Table conference. He stayed in my path. I was my wife. If he wanted to handle something with me, we could have. I just ignored him and went around him like he was irrelevant because he was instigating. Well, he's not instigating no more, right? He's not here no more. Then we had somebody that's affiliated with him come here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. He was drunk off his arse, and he was saying, "How come I didn't go to the funeral?" And I was like, "Why would I go to his funeral if we didn't? He wasn't my friend, right?" He was mad because I didn't go to the funeral. But that guy is also affiliated with Dirty Mike. He's still on his friends list, right? The borracho, I can't remember the guy's name. He said that he was going to come over here and handle business with me. I waited. I trained hard. Like I was training hard to waiting for him. He said it was going to come October of last year. It was a no-show. Because if he would have come to Texas, I would have dealt with him, right? Give him exactly what he wanted. Yeah, a lot of these people that are affiliated with them, they got shit. I mean, excuse my French. They got shows that are not that good because they have no content. I mean, how are you going to do a show drunk off your ass? Or excuse my French. Sorry about that, YouTube. Drunk. How are you going to do a show drunk and talk things like somebody wound you up like a freaking toy, and you're just going to babble stuff that you don't know your left and your right because you got a drinking problem? Or Dirty Ike, you got a touching problem. You can keep your hands to yourself. You got a touching problem. You know what the problem is. Yeah, we're getting deep here tonight. I haven't really been saying nothing about nobody, but I'm not holding my tongue anymore. That's why I'm making this live here. And I've said a lot of things within 39 minutes right now. Okay, let me look at the comments. And one thing that I just dislike, that I hate, is when a coward, right? That's what I'm going to call him, a coward. If I'm the type of person, if somebody got a problem with me, address it with me. I don't mind you addressing something to me. We'll talk about it or come up with a solution one way or the other, whether we talk about it or whatever the case. But when you have to have fake profiles to try to say something to me because you don't got the cojones to say it to my face and you use fake profiles, then you're not even worth my time because that makes you lesser than a man, right? When you do that, just and you do that because you're trying to protect your crappy channel, your crappy show. That's why you do that with fake profiles because you're not man enough to address somebody. I extended a olive branch. You'd eat like a two times already, and you told me no. You said I can do peace for you, but I've done heard this before because you had supposedly had a peace treaty with Brother Josh Turner. I remember when it happened, but you kept on messing with me. You kept on messing with Sister Bettina Moss, right? The people that was affiliated with you there for Texas was messing with Sister Bettina Moss also, right? Your people, that's your people. Then you had one that thought he was a clown of some sort, pretended to be a clown, but he had drug issues. They said he was going to do this and this and that. Then he said he was in a very bad road. I think he even apologized to Brother Josh Turner one day on his podcast. He didn't apologize to me. But yeah, I remember when he was making the death threats towards Sister Nellie Turner. And those are people that are affiliated with you. Keyboard warriors. Or not warriors, keyboard cowards. We'll say it like that. Yes, and this Phoenix person, Sister Madeline, I think that's might be cornering the cob. I don't know. We'll see uh, if he is or not. Yeah, I've seen it all. The thing that I dislike the most is when you target women, man. You're a freaking dude. I told you the sandal business, you didn't want to because I figured you're a coward. The reason I say that is because the only people you target is women. You went after Sister Nellie Turner, Sister Madeline, uh, people from Hell Holler, Blondes and Booze, Sister Bettina Moss, targeting women like a coward. That's the only time that you will say something with your real profile when you was in the bad fighting women, right? Because the only time you address me is with your fake profiles. Damon Peterson, John Smith, Chicken Cleghorn. Man, you've got numerous fake profiles because I got them here. I got them, all the profiles that you've used that I've blocked. I got them. I got a lot of them when you kept on targeting me and targeting me. Bend over. You got so many fake profiles, man, that I blocked. And then one time you got caught here on the live with your son's profile, Open White Adventures. You came in here with that profile and you messed up because you forgot to log out of it. You was coming in with your fake profile and then you showed your true self of who it was, which was Open White Adventures. And then you said that it was you, that somebody did something to your account, blah blah blah, or on YouTube. No, you just got caught red-handed again. The same way you got caught with the Damon Peterson account. So it's a shame that you use your son's account, right, to troll people. The son that is not you're not taking care of, but you're still messing with the account that he supposedly uses because he likes to cook and all this stuff, right? Open wide adventures. But you're the one using it, contacting whoever is on there, right? Messing with people with that account. Ridiculous. He's got an appointment. He's got an appointment tomorrow morning with the doctor, Sister Beyond the Box. So that's why he's not here tonight. And I decided to do a live here on YouTube for the first time in a very long time. I'm not sharing no pictures, no videos tonight. I'm just addressing issues that's been bothering me for a while. So and y'all keep on using my name, putting my name out there like if I'm doing something wrong. I ain't doing wrong to anybody. It's y'all the one that's doing wrong, especially when you keep on using my name. You start talking bad about me, disrespecting me, taking my pictures out of context. Well, I got an easy solution for that. You're never going to man up. You're not about that. You couldn't even man up to be a father for your son. You're not even a father because you're not a man at all. And it's not been just 3 years. I think it's been longer than that. Your son's going to remember you. All right. He's getting older. He's not the little picture of the little kid anymore. He's getting older. And eventually, he's going to let you know what he think about you when he grows up. What are you going to do, Mike? He's going to tell you you're a deadbeat dad. He'll tell you suck. What are you going to do? You've seen the light for who you are. Everything will come out eventually. Uh, Here we go. Well, I got rid of the troll, the Phoenix. Seems like he was trolling. I believe it was Dirty Ike. So let's see what other profiles he come up with. Don't worry about the Phoenix. I done plucked the feathers and sent them away. Yeah, sugar is not good for you, especially you're diabetic. I've been trying my best to stay off the sugars, but there's so many things that have sugars: bread, tortillas, flour, corn, rice, potatoes. I mean, so many things that has sugar in it. Even fruits have sugar in them. Who's this wild hiccup? Is this Dirty Ike again? He jumped up with another fake profile. You got another fake profile in here, or is this Hungry Hippo? Yeah, Hungry Hippo. You got to watch out that with that weight. You definitely gotta. You probably have a freaking a lot of sugar in you, as big as you are. Got to be careful with that sugar. Uh, how much you weigh? Like a good 300 pounds. Got to be careful with the sugars. You got to be careful with what you eat, the high cholesterol, the fats, because that's liable for a heart attack. You gotta start doing some walking, do some kind of exercise. Sitting down by 30 Ike, just sitting on a chair and not doing no exercise, is not going to help you. Okay, I've never seen Wall Hiccup before, but I'll take your word for it, Sister Madeline. But if I see any suspicious activity, you know me, I got them quick fingers. I quick with my fingers. Yeah, I wouldn't hesitate. I figure why not talk about these people that have been missing. There's not a day that goes by that I hear my name pop up, but the ones that get targeted the most by them is the Turners. They're just going back and forth with them, back and forth with them. They get mad with me because Crazy Dana Ortega, Larry, Chris, they were trying to get me to join them, to be with them. It was trying to get me to go against Brother Josh Turner after we had already come to an agreement that we are going to squash it, right? That's when I started figuring it out even deeper, that there was a lot more going on than what met the eye. I was like, why they would ask me certain questions, and I was like, it seems like they're asking me questions. So if I say something about how I feel about a certain situation, they're going to get what I said and go tell somebody just to instigate. Right. So that's when I started figuring them out. The suspicion is, they were very suspicious. Dana Ortega was doing that a lot. At nighttime, Larry Joe Fisher was doing that a lot also. Gathering information, take it to the Roche infested camp, or, at that time, Fat Chris Covington was still doing the inside job with the Turners. Barden was doing the inside job with the Turners. Dirty Larry was doing the inside job with the Turners. Uh, oh, freaking Yosemite Sam. What was that guy's name? The guy with the pistol. Voltonator was doing the inside job on the Turners. There was a lot of people inside their camper, inside their camp, infiltrating. So Garcia's figured them out. You're welcome. Yeah, they kept on coming at me every night, trying to say things about me, say things to me, things of scripture. Dana Ortega was working overtime and nighttime with her uh, being wicked, texting me at 3 in the morning, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning, saying all kinds of scripture. Dirty Larry was doing the same thing. It's like, man, why are they so in common? Why are they sending me so many scripture? And I believe some of those messages was even Dirty Mike pretending to be them, right? Because they were all affiliated, they were all in cahoots. Uh, yeah, but I figured them out at the end. And me, I squashed the beef that wasn't even supposed to be beef. Josh was being said things by them. I was being say things by the people that were working, uh, targeting me because they wanted us to fight. They wanted us to fight. They wanted, and that didn't happen. So they got pissed off because they didn't get what they wanted. They wanted me and Brother Josh Turner to fight one another. A lot of people wanted that. But like I told Brother Josh Turner, I would always say to him, hey, man, Mateo Love Foundation, you're being targeted. I see that you're being targeted. Mateo Love Foundation, forgive them because they're just getting you upset and they're getting the best of you. I'll give them advice. Then that's when they started working on dividing us, going against one another. He was saying things and I started saying things. But then, somewhere within me, I knew that there was more than that. That people were behind this. So there was other people, and I figured them out who these people were. I've been knowing. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but once something is revealed, you know who is doing what and who's who, right? Just by their demeanor. I mean, but that's part of life, right? Uh, you can be nice to people, but sooner or later, it's kind of like this. They can pretend to be your friend, but eventually, you're going to see the truth that they're not truly your friend, but they're your enemy. You're going to see the truth because they could only keep, how should I say, playing the role for so long because eventually you're going to see the truth in them. I think Sister Madeline, she's seen the truth in a lot of people, right? Yeah, you should have seen all the messages that I would get all night. I'm a night person already as it is, I stay awake at night. I was getting messages from Crazy Dana every night, from Larry and Cuffington. They're all targeting me, and I was like, why do these people keep on sending me all this stuff? And it was that other guy too. but not as bad. It was a guy from Germany. Well, he said he was from Germany, but eventually, the charade got figured out, and that's why there was a lot of division, and all the people that were affiliated with the Roche camp, that's where they're at right now. Every person that came up against me in a negative way, they show their true colors. Like I said, they couldn't hold it too long because their true nature, they had to reveal it. That they're sour, that they're pissed. They had to show what they're really about. Uh, the evilness in them. They could only hold so long around good people. Uh, the lie will last till the truth comes out. And I think the truth has come out a long time ago. Stop the shenanigans. We done figured you out. You're the laughing stock of the paranormal, cryptid, anybody you mess with, you're the laughing stock because nobody's afraid of you, especially you, viejita bruja, old lady Dana. Nobody's afraid of you. Nobody's afraid of what comes out of your mouth, the bad things that you say towards people. Nobody's afraid of you. Nobody sees you as a threat at all because you're not. You need to take your medicines, maybe enroll yourself in a nursing home, get some medical help to stop the dementia that you have. I'm not your enemy. Paranormal Table is not your enemy. Sister Madeline is not your enemy. Anybody in Paranormal Table is not your enemy. We're just trying to help you send you to a nursing home so you can get the proper help that you need. How much money have you given Dirty Ike that he's hustled you for? Meaning, yeah, that's a typical Mike, hustling an old lady that's got dementia. She don't know her left or her right. I mean, he probably done told her he done slept with her, and she don't know because she's so old that her memory is gone. So it's like she says the same things over and over and over. That she's gonna do this and this to people, blah blah blah. You know, you supporting your boyfriend Mike. He probably tells you your boyfriend. He might tell you that you're married. You know, you probably think you're married to him. He will say, "Stop messing with my husband," but you're not married to him. He's not your husband. He's not a father. He's lying to you. Stop giving him money for the duckies. Uh, yeah, Dana, I'm not afraid of the things that you say. I just don't accept any form of negativity. Uh, you say you're a Christian. I think you're full of crap because you've said so many vile things to people, wishing witchcraft towards them, indirect witchcraft towards people. You're confused, old lady. I suggest, like I said, go to a nursing home and get the proper treatment. No, you're not married to Mike. You're not married to Mike. He's just using you. Just because you have a straw broom that costs you $2.99 at Dollar General doesn't mean you're a witch, Dana. Just because you've seen an episode of Bewitched or Charmed doesn't make you a witch. You're a wish from Temu. No eres bruja. You're not a witch. You're not even Spanish. The last name that you have is because you're not Hispanic. You're a white lady with a Mexican name, probably from your marriage. You're married to a Hispanic. You're not even, you're white. I see all the threats that you've been making to people. Tell you, if I was, I think I need to talk to your family members. If you have family, they need to admit you to a mental institution to get the proper help that you need. Stop giving Stephen Michael McGee money. He's not your boyfriend. He's a loser. Yes, never drink and fly on the broom. And I know your past. You have some issues in your past. I think seeing a picture of you when you were younger that you try to do some harm to somebody. You know, yeah. We need to contact your family so they can do a intervention. We need to take away the black cat away from you. We need to take any black cats away from you. Your black dress, your black shoes, and your broom away from you. You are not a bruja. You're not a witch. It's all here. Your prayers are invalid. You're not a bruja. You just need help. Maybe we could pitch in to talk to a so Sister Dana Ortega could have the proper help. Send her to a facility where she could get help. Yeah, she's got all kinds of issues. I mean, what do you expect when you have a person telling you he's your boyfriend and he's got full control of you, using you? Hey, y'all been having my name in your mouth for a while, so I'm just addressing y'all. And Hungry Hippo, you're another liar. I can tell somebody that's full of crap, and you're full of it. You got a lot of it in you. I seen where you said something the other day about certain people, and I could tell you were lying about it. I can tell when somebody's lying about things. Just but I'm gonna do is I can see it in your eyes that you're lying about it. So dirty Ike is control over dementia Dana Ortega and the Hungry Hippo. What did it offer you? Canned foods, chocolate roasted cockroaches, or something? I could tell you were lying. If you just by looking at your eyes, I could tell you're lying and you're full of crap. I can tell you was lying, and Stephen Michael was lying also. No, not lying with the enemy. I don't know, man. I've never seen two hungry hippos going at it. You know, I'm not into that kind of freaky stuff like that. Especially a hungry hippo that's got asthma that can barely breathe. Man, I mean, realistically, uh, if you really wanted to make your show better, you should name it the Shrek and Fiona Show, because you look like Shrek, and she looks like a bigger version of Fiona. Like the supersized version of Fiona that she nearly takes the whole screen, right? So you can name it the Shrek and Fiona Crazy Adventures or something. Just must suggest it for you. You can sell little Shreks or little hungry hippos to represent Fiona. Honestly, let me see what we got here. Well, Hiccup, if you don't know about this, well, you're new here, so you don't know what I'm talking about. Uh, but these people have been targeting me for a very long time. So I decided to use the platform here. For those that are new here, my show, I normally have footage. Look at the footage. Maybe Sister Melon could drop some of my short reels that I've created here. Like a lot of footage that I capture uh, from the spiritual aspect of things. I call them the DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim. Follow me on YouTube. I got the short reels and all my videos on YouTube and on Restream. It's when I go live on Restream, but tonight I'm doing it on YouTube. I also have short reels. Well, I don't know if I can say it on the TikTok channel, HCS895. I have short reels there also. The short reels from TikTok, you can see the full picture, while YouTube shortens the width and the length. You're able to see the full version of the video on TikTok. That's why I do my videos there, but I still share them on YouTube. How you doing, brother Jaime? Yeah, I remember the other lady that wished bad, uh, Janice Blake. I believe that's what her name is. Where she targeted me also, and she said some things about my mother that's deceased. I lost my mother back in 1985, and like she was making fun of it, right? Of what happened because I've shared uh, of what happened in my life. I think Dirty Dana was making fun of it, right? The only thing I can tell them is this: that you don't make fun of the dead. It's not good uh, because things can happen spiritually, you know. So yeah, I remember Janice Blake. Yeah, I think that's her name. She was making fun of my mother, my deceased mother, and I told her That's what I told her. I said, "Hey, take, take. This is how good of a good guy I am." I told her, "Take what you said about my mother back, because things can happen." She kept on. She still disrespected my mother. I believe a week later, a tornado hit her home. Didn't they have a? I think Sister Nellie Turner talked about put her in prayer because her home had gotten hit by a tornado, or she had lost her home because it got hit by a tornado. Sometimes when things like that happen, that's part of the balance. She said something about my mother, and luckily she's still alive because it could have been a lot worse, right? So you got to be careful what you say. Well, this is the first time I've seen you here, Wild Hiccup. So I'm just speaking right now, uh, in general. Tomorrow I'm going to try to do a show tomorrow on on Restream so I can share pictures and photos and all that. But tonight I'm just addressing these issues because uh, I need to address them. You know, that's why I'm talking about what I'm talking. I warned her. I think I have the screenshot where she was literally making fun of my mother, and I try to tell her, don't do that, because my mom's spirit is very strong spiritually. And I said, my mom spirit, when she was a person, she wouldn't play. I said, I don't think you want to do that. And things happened, right? It is what it is. I can only warn people so much, just like Dirty Ike said. I rather just leave me alone. Let me do my thing. He kept on and kept on. 3 years. It's going to be three in October. 3 years. You lost 3 years of not being a father because you didn't want to change your ways. You wanted to continue living the same lifestyle you was living, but you did it to yourself. Uh, CPS, when they go to a home, if the home is not spick and span, they write it down. They find certain things. They look around in the house. They write it down. So apparently, uh, they found something that they pulled his son away from him. They're just not going to pull somebody out of the household. I believe maybe it's because of the unsafe environment to live in, but that's okay. He's been doing good for the past 3 years with his mother, having a relationship with his mother slash father, which is his mother being a mother and a father. So and listen to me right now, members of the Roach Camp. Everything I'm saying here, Abe CS is saying it. Spiritual Encrypted Encounters is saying it because of things you've done to me. Nobody is putting me to say anything. I'm saying what I'm saying out of my free own will. So if you got something to say to me, then address it to me. Nobody's making me do this. I'm saying it because I'm addressing the issue. HCS for Spiritual Encrypted Encounters is addressing the issue. Enough is enough, man. Look what y'all lost. Enough is enough. Leave people alone. Continue to do your show, but leave people alone. Stop playing the games that y'all play. I'm just addressing the issue. Grow up, get a life, go work 2 or 3 jobs, man. Start supporting your son. Yeah, CPS don't play, man. And then they'll tell you, so we'll come back, we'll give you time. They'll tell you, and I'm more sure they told you. They tell you we'll be back in a couple of days, 3 days, or give you a week to clean up your home, right? You didn't. They come back because they'll give you a warning, right? They said we'll come back, give you a chance to clean up or whatever. And if you didn't correct it, guess what? That's why he's not there with you because you didn't do nothing about it. That's why he's not there. It's nothing dealing with anybody. It's dealing with your negligence of being a father, of not being a father at all. Because I know so that they'll let you know we'll be back in a week. We'll be back on this date. They'll give you a time and date when they're going to come back. And you didn't do nothing about it. That's why your son's not with you. And other things, right? Yeah, well, Hiccup, go sweep, mop, and if you know how to use a bar of soap, take yourself a shower too. Skin tags. Work on them skin tags, man. Work on the skin tags. If you don't know what a bar of soap is, or toothbrush is, or toothpaste, I'll send you a care package, and I'll give you a block of instructions on how to use it. It definitely had to be something there, right, for them to pull the child out. They're just not going to take somebody just to take them. There was a lot more involved. Only he knows. I mean, he probably scared the workers when they seen Shrek coming out of the house. They're like, "Where the hell is this demon?" Only God knows what they seen. I mean, we seen where his eyes roll back white. I don't know if it's because he's diabetic or what, but maybe he scared the hell out of him. Maybe the stench, the smell, because he was stinking, smelling like culo because he don't take a shower. The only time you take a shower is when it rains, and if he smelled, he had bad body odor. Yeah, man, that'll do it by itself. Lack of personal hygiene. Only God knows what kind of condition. Piojos, lice. You know, you take showers, lice. Please. They probably found a rat on top of the table. Don't worry about that. That's our pet. We got little insects as pets too. All the roaches running around the mobile home. Sister Madeline says, don't forget the psychosexual evaluations aren't recommended in custody cases unless there was evidence for abuse. That's yes. Man. But what's even worse about that, if there's somebody from the CPS or somebody viewing my channel because they reported me, I'm not the enemy. I'm just here to let you know that I'm not nobody's enemy. I'm just addressing the issue of what they've been doing to me for a couple of years now. Come in and stalking my channels with their fake troll profiles, saying all kinds of bad things about me. I'm just addressing the issue right now. I'm addressing the issue. If there's somebody from the courts here listening, tuning in, who in their right mind is going to have 200 or more fake profiles trolling people, right? Who's going to have the time in the world, but he don't got the time to take out the trash. He don't got time to clean his home. He don't got time to exterminate the roaches and the rats. He don't got time to take a shower. He don't got time to be a father, but he's got time to troll people for so long and mess with so many people for so long. That's a state of mind that he is. He's unfit. Listen to me. Unfit to be a parent. So look into the past. Really look into the past. Then you'll see what I'm talking about. This guy has multiple personalities. You just don't know what you're going to get out of him. And the multiple personalities are his fake profiles. If you need a list of the fake profiles that he has, well, I got a list that I've blocked here on Spiritual Encrypted Encounters of his fake profiles. He's got a ton of them. And the people that are affiliated with him with fake profiles also, by the way, they got mental issues too. Because they're doing the same thing he's doing, no different. Let me read the comments. Yeah. So when we're talking about many, let's talk about many. He's got many accounts. Let me see something real quick. There you go. Sister Madeline says, Dirty Ike was proven to be Chicken's Cleghorn in court when his sister Rhonda put an order of protection against him. There are available court documents showing it. Yes, I believe I've seen that. Basically, what I'm saying, he's a stable guy. He's got mental issues, man. Now, he also needs help, right? The help that he needs is no difference as the crazy Dana Ortega. Send him to a freaking crazy ward. He needs some medical help. See a psychologist. Whatever they're going to do to him there, go ahead and do it. He's got some serious issues. So basically, what I'm trying to say, there's a lot of crazy people in the camp. What's They have issues. They have issues, and they have the same mentality, the crazy mentality of trolling people, messing with people. It's kind of like they might have something else in common. I believe. I think the other thing they all have in common, besides that, it's got to be a drug problem. I know for sure, Cuffington was a meth head because he admitted it. Look at Dirty Ike's teeth. You could tell he's into something like that. Only God knows about Dana Ortega and Jessica. I've done heard some weird things about her, or the Hungry Hippo. Yeah, I believe they have something in common, and the thing that they have in common is making a buck. Right. That's why I saw the Duckies for 20. I think they even said barbecue sauce or roast sauce, whatever it was, because they're trying to get the $20 high. So I'm doing the live right now. They're not here because they're too busy getting the little high for the night. I think that's what they all have in common. Drugs. I've seen it, brother and sisters. I believe drugs was the number one reason. The number one reason he lost his son was drugs. Number one reason. The reason I say it was drugs because when somebody's addicted to drugs, they forget about everybody else. They forget about their children. They forget about their dog, their cats. They forget about their own bodies because they don't take care of themselves. And the only thing that they're focused on is trying to make the quick buck for the next high, right? To continue the party. But they forget about the bills, they forget how to raise a child because they have a drug issue. And I think that, in which it might have caused other things to happen, but that's a whole different story. He's got a lot of issues. Yeah, Mike, I done figured your ass a long time ago. Yes, drugs, mental issues. I mean, if his own sister is afraid of him, if his own sister is afraid of him, he said he'll go after a woman. He ain't going to come after a man. I done heard some stories that he did something or whatever the case happened to, I think his stepdad or something like that. Yeah, he got issues. And if anybody from the camp wants to have an open debate with me and we can talk about this, join me. I'm cordially inviting you to Tuesday, open mic night. Come tell me that I'm lying about this. Open mic night on Tuesdays. I'll give you the platform. This is dealing with what I'm speaking about, not dealing with anybody else. I'll give you the platform to speak your truth, your piece, right? But you're not gonna show up. You never show up.